Let's look at data types. When we bring data into Lens, especially if we bring it in as a CSV file, all the data types that we would see would be text fields. Now, text fields are great for doing some things such as text analytics. Not so good, though, if we're trying to look at numeric data. Now, what we have within Lens is the ability to recast fields. That is, we can take a text field and turn it into a numeric field if it meets certain conditions. That is, the format of the text is a number. If the number contains a decimal point, we could turn it into a float. If it's just a number, we could use it and turn it into a integer. And that's done by going up here to our change field types. And up here you could see we can change something from the ID text into a float or an integer. We have other options such as time, date, and timestamp, and those come into play when we're dealing with those types of objects. These are important because date and time are good for timeline generations. When we talk about doing floats and integers, those are very important when we're doing widget functions such as making bar graphs and other types of line graphs. When we want to bin objects and group them together or understand the sums and averages of those points, we need to work with numeric data, not text data. So as we bring data together and start to cluster it together, we have to be aware of the different types. And the system allows us to change those data types by looking at the data and looking at these columns and then allowing us to change the field types as we work within those field types.